Welcome back. We're talking about the dictionary and the kind of information that you can find in the dictionary. We've looked at 3 kinds of information. The 4th one is etymology. Don't let that word worry you. It means the origin or the language of source, the language the word came from, the original meaning of the word, or the history of the word. Specialized usage. If the word has a special, let's say, usage in biology or in maths or in science, it will tell you that. Part of speech. It will give you the part of speech of the word. Inflected forms, compound words, and derivative words. I'm sure you know compound words when you take 2 words and you put them together to make a new word. Inflected forms, if you say eat, eats, that's an inflected form when you add something to the word. Derivative words, when you have one word and you make another word from it. I'm sure you know something like beauty, and from that you make the adjective beautiful. That's a derivative. Proper nouns. Now, some dictionaries give you proper nouns and some dictionaries do not. So you just need to make sure that if there's a proper noun you don't know, like you want to look up Vesuvius or California, just make sure that the dictionary you've got gives proper nouns. They will have capital letters. And finally, illustrative phrases, idioms, or notes on usage. The example of the page on sober gave you examples of how the word is used. So that's also very useful. Not just a dictionary which gives you one word and a meaning, but shows you how it's used and says this is other ways of doing it and this is other meanings. That's really nice. When we teach the dictionary, we usually teach it side by side with the thesaurus. A thesaurus is a reference book in which words with similar meaning are grouped together. A synonym is a word that means the same or almost the same as another word in the same language. You also get antonyms. An antonym is a word that means the opposite of another word. Let's go back to the dictionary. Sometimes the dictionary will give you synonyms and sometimes it will give you antonyms. But if you're looking for synonyms, you look the word up in a thesaurus, a special dictionary of synonyms. And then sometimes also in the thesaurus, you get antonyms. Let's just have a look at an example. For example, hot is the antonym of cold. Let's have a look at an entry from a thesaurus. You've looked up the word old, and what do you get? You get aged, and you're told it's an adjective, and then you get a whole lot of synonyms: elderly, older, mature, getting on, not getting any younger, and you get an antonym, young. Then you get another meaning of old. It could mean the previous, also an adjective. Then you get a whole lot of synonyms: last, other, former, erstwhile. And you get another antonym, current. Now, here's a good example. If you don't know what erstwhile is or how it's used, now you have to go to the dictionary to check that word out. Another meaning of old is from the past. It's an adjective, and you get a whole lot of synonyms, and you also get an antonym. A prefix is a few letters that are put at the beginning of words to change their meaning. And sometimes you can get this also in a thesaurus, words with prefixes. And whenever we do prefixes, we do suffixes. And a suffix is a letter or group of letters added at the end of a word to form another word. So for example, you have quickly. or you have ing in talking. So you can also develop synonyms and antonyms using prefixes and suffixes. Now, there are a lot of prefixes and suffixes from different languages. I'm not even going to suggest you start learning them. But as you meet a new prefix or suffix, write it down and write down the meaning of the prefix and suffix and try to learn them as you read and as you study. Just an example: happy, unhappy, human, inhuman, appear, disappear, legal, illegal, and relevant, irrelevant. We're going to continue talking about words and language in the next segment.